Section 1. The sound before the storm. An unmistakable introduction. On the modern battlefield, a distinct sound often precedes total devastation for enemy ground forces. It is not the high-pitched scream of a supersonic fighter jet streaking across the sky. Instead, it is a low, menacing hum, followed by a terrifying roar that sounds like a buzzsaw ripping through the very fabric of the air. This is the sound of the Fairchild Republic A-10 Thunderbolt II, more affectionately and accurately known as the Warthog. For soldiers pinned down under enemy fire, this sound signals salvation. For the tanks, armored vehicles, and infantry in its sights, it is the last sound they will ever hear. This is the story of the deadliest close air support aircraft ever built. The United States Air Force operates a vast and technologically advanced fleet of aircraft. It has stealth fighters like the F-22 Raptor, designed for air superiority, and multi-role jets like the F-35 Lightning II, intended to do everything. It flies massive bombers like the B-52 Stratofortress, capable of carrying enormous payloads across continents. Yet, among these marvels of speed and stealth, one aircraft stands apart. The A-10 is not fast, it is not stealthy, and its design is decades old. But for the specific, gritty, and dangerous mission of flying low and slow to protect troops on the ground, no other plane has proven more lethal or more trusted by those it supports. Its appearance is as brutally functional as its mission. The A-10 looks less like a sleek bird of prey and more like a flying tank. Its straight wings, twin engines mounted high on the fuselage, and the massive cannon protruding from its nose give it an intimidating, almost ugly silhouette. But every angle, every component, and every design choice was made with one objective in mind: to destroy enemy armor and survive the intense anti-aircraft fire it would face while doing so. It is a machine of war stripped of all pretense, a pure expression of aerial firepower delivered directly to the front lines where it matters most. Section 2. Built for a singular, brutal purpose. Built for a singular, brutal purpose. The A-10 Thunderbolt II was born from a clear and urgent military need. In the late 1960s, NATO planners faced a terrifying scenario: a massive invasion of Western Europe by Soviet tank armies. The Warsaw Pact held a significant numerical advantage in armored vehicles. The United States needed a cost-effective way to counter this threat. The existing close air support aircraft, like the A-1 Sky Raider, were aging. Faster jets, like the F-4 Phantom II, proved too fast and vulnerable for low-altitude ground attack. The Air Force needed a dedicated tank killer, a plane that could loiter over the battlefield, one that could absorb punishment and deliver devastating firepower with precision. The AX program was launched in 1967 to develop this new aircraft. The requirements were simple but demanding: long loiter time, excellent low-speed maneuverability, massive firepower centered around a powerful cannon capable of defeating Soviet armor. Most importantly, it had to be incredibly tough. Designers knew this aircraft would operate in the most lethal part of the battlefield, facing a dense network of anti-aircraft guns and surface-to-air missiles. Survivability was not just a feature, it was the central design philosophy. Fairchild Republic's YA-10 prototype won the competition against Northrop's YA-9. The first production A-10A flew on October 30th, 1975. Every element of the Warthog's design reflects this singular purpose. The plane was officially named the Thunderbolt II in honor of the Republic P-47 Thunderbolt. Section 3. The Heart of the Beast, the GAU-8 Avenger. To understand the A-10, one must first understand its primary weapon. The aircraft was not designed and then armed, it was designed around its gun. That gun is the General Electric GAU-8A Avenger, 7-barrel Gatling-style autocannon, one of the most powerful aircraft cannons ever flown. The entire weapon system is approximately 19 feet long. It weighs over 4,000 pounds. That accounts for about 16% of the A-10's empty weight. The cannon is so large, the nose gear had to be offset to the side to make room for the firing barrel on the fuselage centerline. The GAU-8 fires massive 30mm shells. Each round is about the size of a milk bottle. It can fire two types of ammunition: PGU-14B armor-piercing incendiary, API, depleted uranium penetrator to punch through tank armor, PGU-13B high-explosive incendiary, HEI, for softer targets like trucks and troop concentrations. The ammunition drum holds 1,174 rounds. enough firepower for multiple attack runs. The gun fires at a selectable rate of 2,100 rounds per minute, 3,900 rounds per minute. At max rate, it can empty the drum in less than 18 seconds. The sheer kinetic energy delivered is staggering. Muzzle velocity exceeds 3,300 feet per second. The cannon produces over 10,000 pounds of recoil force when fired. That's more than the thrust of one A-10 engine. The distinctive brrrt is iconic. A giant cannon given wings to be the ultimate tank buster and infantry support platform. Section 4. A flying fortress, the art of survivability. The A-10 was built with the expectation that it would get hit, and hit often. Its designers engineered it not just to withstand damage, but to keep flying and fighting after sustaining hits that would tear other aircraft apart. The core of this survivability is the pilot's cockpit. The pilot sits inside a protective shell known as the titanium bathtub. This armored tub, weighing approximately 1,200 pounds, is made of titanium plates ranging in thickness from 0.5 to 1.5 inches. It is designed to withstand direct hits from armor-piercing projectiles up to 23 millimeter, and provides protection from larger caliber high-explosive fragments, safeguarding the pilot and critical flight controls. Redundancy is another key pillar of the A-10's design philosophy. The aircraft features double redundant hydraulic flight control systems, further backed up by a manual mechanical system. This means that if the hydraulics are completely lost, the pilot can still fly and land the aircraft using manual reversion control cables. The fuel tanks are self-sealing and are protected with internal foam and external foam that suppresses fire and prevents explosions if they are hit. The fuel lines are also self-sealing, and the routing of the fuel system is designed so that a single hit is unlikely to drain all the fuel. The placement of the engines, as mentioned, is a critical survivability feature. If one engine is destroyed, the A-10 has more than enough power and aerodynamic stability to fly home on the remaining one. In a famous 2003 incident during the invasion of Iraq, Captain Kim Campbell's A-10 took heavy anti-aircraft fire over Baghdad. This incredible toughness is not just theoretical. It can stay in the most dangerous fights and keep coming back. While the GAU-8 Avenger cannon is the A-10's most famous weapon, the aircraft's lethality is magnified by its ability to carry a massive, diverse ordnance load. The Warthog has 11 hardpoints, 8 under the wings and 3 under the fuselage, and can carry up to 16,000 pounds of mixed ordnance. This allows it to be configured for a wide variety of missions, tank busting, attacking fortified positions, and providing persistent overwatch for ground patrols. For precision strikes against armored vehicles and hardened targets from a standoff distance, the A-10's weapon of choice is the AGM-65 Maverick air-to-ground missile. This versatile missile comes in several variants, using electro-optical guidance, infrared guidance, or laser guidance to strike targets with high accuracy. A pilot can lock onto a tank, bunker, or other structure from several miles away, fire the Maverick, and then turn away to engage another target or evade threats. The A-10 can carry up to 6 Mavericks, allowing it to destroy an entire platoon of tanks in a single sortie without ever getting within range of their main guns. In addition to missiles, the A-10 can carry a wide array of bombs. These include the 500-pound Mark 82 and the 2,000-pound Mark 84 General Purpose Bomb, which can be dropped unguided or fitted with Paveway Laser Guidance Kits or JDAM GPS Guidance Kits for incredible precision. These guided bombs allow the A-10 to destroy buildings, bridges, and other large targets with minimal collateral damage. For attacking enemy infantry or unarmored vehicles spread over a wide area, the A-10 can deploy cluster bombs or 2.75-inch Hydra rockets fired from pods, blanketing an area with suppressive fire. The pilot can also carry an AN-AQ-28 Lightning targeting pod, which provides enhanced imagery and laser designation capabilities, allowing the A-10 to find and destroy targets day or night in any weather. This combination of the brute force of the cannon and the surgical precision of modern guided munitions makes the A-10 a complete ground attack platform. A weapon's deadliness is ultimately proven not on the drawing board or in training exercises, but in the crucible of combat. Here, the A-10 Thunderbolt II has built a legacy of effectiveness that is second to none in its role. Its first major test came during Operation Desert Storm in 1991. A-10s flew over 8,000 sorties and were credited with destroying more than 900 Iraqi tanks, 2,000 other military vehicles, 1,200 artillery pieces. They achieved a mission-capable rate of 95.7%, flew more combat missions than any other aircraft in the coalition, and proved devastatingly effective against the Iraqi Republican Guard. During Desert Storm, the Warthog's toughness was put to the ultimate test. A-10s frequently returned to base with extensive battle damage that would have downed a less robust aircraft. In one famous engagement, 2 A-10s destroyed 23 Iraqi tanks at the Battle of Khafji, halting a major Iraqi armored column. The Warthog quickly became the most feared aircraft by Iraqi tank crews. The A-10 continued to prove its worth in the conflicts that followed. In the Balkans in the 1990s, and later in Operation Enduring Freedom in Afghanistan and Operation Iraqi Freedom in Iraq, the nature of the threat shifted from conventional tank armies to insurgents using asymmetric tactics. Here, the A-10 adapted and excelled. In Afghanistan and Iraq, the A-10 became a legend among ground troops. Soldiers and Marines knew that when a Warthog was on station, they had a guardian angel overhead. There are countless stories of A-10 pilots providing life-saving fire support, often in danger-close situations where enemy forces were just meters from friendly positions. This combat record is the ultimate proof of the A-10's lethality and its indispensable role. In an Air Force obsessed with speed, the A-10 is an anomaly. Its top speed is only around 439 miles per hour, making it significantly slower than multi-role fighters. F-35 Lightning II, which can easily exceed twice the speed of sound. However, for the close air support mission, high speed is a liability, not an asset. Flying too fast at low altitude makes it incredibly difficult for a pilot to visually acquire, identify, and engage small ground targets. The A-10's design deliberately sacrifices speed for low-altitude performance and maneuverability. This slow flight envelope gives the pilot time to scan the battlefield, communicate with ground controllers, and positively identify targets before committing to an attack. This persistence means the A-10 can remain on station, ready to respond instantly when troops on the ground need help. This contrasts sharply with the operational profile of a fast jet like the F-35. The F-35 pilot is more of a systems operator, whereas the A-10 pilot is a hunter, using their own eyes as a primary sensor. The slow speed and long loiter time of the A-10 also have a profound psychological impact. This combination of practical effectiveness and psychological warfare makes the A-10's unique flight characteristics a key component of its deadliness on the battlefield. In the final analysis, the measure of a weapon system's deadliness is not just found in statistics of tanks destroyed or sorties flown, it is also found in the lives it saves. The A-10 Thunderbolt II was built to kill the enemy on the ground, and it does so with terrifying efficiency. Its GAU-8 cannon shreds armor. Its payload of missiles and bombs obliterates hardened targets. Its sheer presence can break an enemy's will to fight. These facts are well documented and form the basis of its reputation as a premier ground attack aircraft. However, the other side of this lethality is its role as a protector. The A-10's ability to fly low, absorb damage, and deliver precise fire in close proximity to friendly forces makes it the ultimate insurance policy for infantry in a firefight. When a patrol is ambushed, when a forward operating base is about to be overrun, the sound of a Warthog arriving on station changes the entire dynamic of the battle. It provides not just firepower, but hope. Compared to other aircraft, the A-10 is a specialist in a world of generalists. While an F-35 may be a jack of all trades, the A-10 is the undisputed master of one, getting down in the dirt and danger with the troops. It is, and will remain for as long as it flies, the ground soldier's guardian angel, armed with a 30mm sword.